You hear a lot on the Jim and Terry Show because we have our ears to the railway tracks. Maybe that's because we're tied to them, Jim. We're getting really up close and personal with the oncoming train of destruction.
I didn't know I was supposed to move my head.
Woo, woo, the train of destruction is coming. Jim's all ready for Armageddon.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
How did we get here? Well, that's part of what we want to, what's the word that talk show hosts use? Unpack. We're going to unpack it all for our listeners, our ones and twos. You're going to be so glad you listened to Jim and Terry wax eloquent on unpacking the military-industrial complex.
I like that Steve Colbert part in his thing. Meanwhile, I love it.
The gestures that he has as he takes stuff.
Yeah, he puts it back. Yeah, I know. Well, we talked about it.
So how did we get here is, I guess, the opening.
Well, we
set the context.
We talk about the falsehoods that people just absorb and take. We know Trump is famous for not understanding tariffs, how it actually will hurt your own family, your own country, your own people. I don't know how he could be so retarded unless he knows it, and he's just using this as, again, some sort of a threat, because tariffs only affect what you're buying, which means it's more cost to the people. All right, that's 101.
Remember that the generals who've been up close and personal with Trump said he is that stupid.
Yeah. And now we have everybody saying stupid things like Lewinsky's pocketing the money. Zelensky. What did I say wrong?
Lewinsky is from Bill Clinton's days.
Zelensky.
One's blowing through the dough, the money, and the other's doing something else.
Anyway, Zelensky's not taking the money and buying yachts and anything else, and his wife is not shopping and buying millions of dollars worth of stuff, because that money's not going to him. It actually goes to America. When they give, let's just say for the simpleness of $1 billion, they're going to give $1 billion aid to Ukraine. They send that money to an industrial manufacturer or manufacturers in the U.S. The U.S. starts making bombs and stuff, and as Terry so rightly put it, a lot of the times then move out their expiring armory, and that goes to Ukraine. That aid just simply went to American companies to continue the war machine making more bombs.
So as everybody complains, all the right side, the Republicans, the MAGA people complain about how can the U.S. afford? We need to do our own stuff. America first, America only, whatever your mantra is. Complaining about the hundreds of billions of dollars going to Zelensky for the war against Russia in Ukraine, without an understanding that no money has changed hands. It's not cash.
Yeah.
It is money given to American military-industrial complex people, Boeing for jets, whoever the manufacturer is of the Abrams tanks and all the other ATACMS, all the people who manufacture that stuff, they are sending over their inventory. The stuff that's sitting out on fields rusting, that's the stuff that's going to fight the Russians. You're not sending anything new. No brand new anything has gone to the war in Ukraine.
Didn't Trump tour in Pennsylvania or someplace, an armory manufacturer?
Yes.
Yeah, of course, because, sure, and so he's going to stop all wars, and sure you are.
Within 24 hours, for my good friends who listen on my coffee meeting, Trump did promise within 24 hours of election, not 24 hours after inauguration. 24 hours after election. Check it up for yourself. It was in the debate with Kamala Harris, and you can look at it, watch the tapes. It's not faked. It's not AI. It's not deep fake. He said it in the debate.
He was mistaken.
Well, he was going to do it while he was an elected president, but not acting president. There's only one POTUS at a time. He's been doing all this anarchy while he's still just an election victory. That's all.
Yeah. He's not even taken office yet.
Not even taken office.
So I don't know what's to come. I don't know if he's going to do something incredibly stupid with Ukraine. Probably. Or he's going to
he make Zelensky kiss the ring?
Well, I think Lewinsky's already done that.
Zelensky.
I think Zelensky's already done that. He's over in France.
Yeah, with Macron, they were
everybody,
at the Notre Dame.
Trudeau went down and kissed the ring. Everybody's going to be kissing the ring because I'm waiting for Trump to announce he's God. Seriously. I'm not even kidding about
Well,
that.
we in just call him the Orange Jesus.
I know, but
Is-
I'm waiting
now
for
you're
him to
saying
say
it'll be a real.
Yeah.
So this is like.
Well, you
This
worship
is like
me.
the mark of the beast. Are you
Yeah.
saying he's going to rebuild the temple in Jerusalem?
No, but I think he's going to want.
Well, they moved the U.S. embassy.
I think
didn't
it's
they,
possible.
to
I think it's
Jerusalem?
possible he's going to want worship. Like he's going to want people
You
to
mean on your Sunday morning church
fear
variety?
fear him, and worship him, and tell him how great. You can only tell him how great he is. You can't tell him. Look at the guy that interviewed him. He's on that news network is getting fired.
Did you see that News Max?
Yeah, Newsmax. That
Which
guy's
is
getting
as
fired.
pro-Trump propaganda TV as you can get
Yeah.
next to Fox. That's probably more.
But that guy didn't do it right,
They out Fox.
and so they want him out
Why didn't he do it right?
because he actually questioned him,
Questioned who?
Trump.
He questioned Trump about his appointee, Pete Hegseth.
Yeah,
And there's a reason to question Pete Hegseth,
but you're not allowed.
but you're not allowed to question.
Yeah,
Because, and I like the way it was, the phrase of the question was, do you think, that you think you've made all these great choices, but do you not wonder if there's a possibility that maybe one of these choices is not going to be the best choice?
Ho, 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 there, you, don't anything I say, little one, die.
You do these voices so well. Yeah, you're right. Like thunder and lightning and casting
Yeah.
like Mount Olympus. I thought, Trump was going to
Well, that guy, is brave in asking
that.
that question. Looked like he was going to have a heart attack as
That
he
was
was
the
asking
closest thing to real journalism I had
Yeah.
heard from that fellow who's
Yeah.
usually up there with Sean Hannity. I don't know how the two of them fit up.
Where's anybody going to go? Where are you going to go if you actually just want to not bow? Where are you going to go? I mean, even your beloved Joe Scarborough went down and kissed the ring.
Yeah, no, just
All
to clarify,
right,
he's not
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
beloved. It's more my Brzezinski connection with foreign policy
Okay.
and Poland and knowing the history.
And I can't even look at the guy now.
No, I have trouble looking at him too. So I have not.
It's pure fear.
I have not watched.
I
since that
understand.
happened.
I understand the fear, but I mean
Yes.
these people must have accumulated enough
If you're
wealth now
on-
that they could just bow out of life and just retire. I don't understand why you need to cling to this money machine so much that you would sell your soul. I don't understand it.
So you would say that Morning Joe MSNBC group did sell their soul in going down to
I think they did it
Mar-a-Lago.
on pure fear. Never mind this journalistic crap. They went down there to say, we acknowledge you are God. We acknowledge that, and we're going to toe the line. And he can look as strong as he wants from now on. And I go, no, you're a scared,
This is important.
scared little man.
This is important for our ones and twos to understand. I have voted with my feet. I have exited the MSNBC. I do watch
Yeah.
Lawrence O'Donnell. As we tend to find him to be telling the truth as we see it.
Well, I like his presentation. I guess
Very thoughtful.
Yeah.
Very.
he is very much to the left, but I like his presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how he does it. And he backs it up with, as you would like, facts.
There you
So he
go.
backs it up with what he's saying. I don't know if his audience is shrinking like everybody else if you're not in the Trump camp.
Well, I am at the point now, just to inform our ones and twos, that I have gone off my cable TV, which would be the MSM, mainstream media. So I am being very careful, and I told you that I subscribe to Ground News to give me the blind spots and point out, you look at a lot of left-leaning articles. Here's a few on the right side. Be aware. Here's a different point of view. That's where I'm steering. I'm not holus bolus buying into a left-wing propaganda machine. I've always tried, and that's why I raised that question to find out is, just because you find opposing views to somebody's opinion, does that mean that's all you're looking for? No, you're looking for the truth.
Truth.
That's what
Truth
journalism
is
is
the
supposed to
best.
be about.
Yeah, the
Let's
truth is
find
the
the
best.
truth. And if that means you find stuff that you happen to agree with, that's the way it goes. And does that mean that truth is only on the left? No. It means truth is where you find it. And that could be left, center, right. It doesn't matter. What matters is truth. And
Yeah, I
when you
agree.
sell
I
your
agree.
soul, like we agree, Morning Joe seems to have sold their soul.
Well, that's how I
and
feel.
it's not just them.
Yeah.
Who
well,
else is-
people are panicking. Like this guy, if he's as crazy as we think, then what do you do? It's like a mob boss. I heard it on the radio today. There was a famous mob boss that there's nothing you could do to make him happy. You could suck hole around him, he'd put a bullet in your head. You could chastise him, he'd put a bullet in your head. The guy was just power crazed. And I got a feeling Trump might be power crazed.
Oh, definitely, because the authoritarian stream runs deep in that individual. Authoritarianism, it doesn't look good, and you and I have been sounding the alarm for a long time. For me, it's been since Madeleine Albright's book on fascism. I'm not afraid to use that word. I know exactly what it means. I'm not sure that people on the right understand what Marxism or socialism mean or can define the terms, but God help us if we use the word fascist to describe an authoritarian who's put his own thugs in position of authority, who's put billionaires in charge of the economy, in charge of business, in charge of everything. And we've got a World Wrestling Federation. Who's that lady whose husband ran? What's her name? McMahon?
I don't know.
She's in charge of education. Oh my God. There's going to be a new policy. It's going to be hands on your kids. We're going to wrestle you, put an arm lock on you.
I don't know.
That's the new theory of education.
I don't know what they're going to do. I haven't been paying all that much attention, and I don't know.
You don't want to look at the cabinet appointees. You really don't.
I'm starting to get exhausted.
I
I'm really am distracted.
Yes.
Like a little kid to the drones in New Jersey. That kind of thing.
Well, that gives you hope because at least it's out there.
Well, yeah, and the rockets, I don't... Elon Musk, you can take him or keep him, whatever, but I like his, ships and stuff that are what he's trying to do there. I find that interesting, too. I just don't know how much of all of that initiative
with all the
is
companies
tied
that
with
Musk
insanity.
has got going, Musk would have enough business to keep him occupied, but he's got some spare brain cells or something that he's going into politics. I don't get it.
Well, why Zuckerberg down there gave him $1 million for his Trump's inauguration party, not a racial.
Well, it's got to be American Carnage Part 2. Go back and listen to the speeches.
Well, this time it'll be interesting to see how many people are out there for the celebration. It might be 1 billion. I mean, you never know.
I'm not going to watch it. Are you?
Yeah, just out of curiosity. Sure,
I'm not going to watch it even out of curiosity. I'm going to vote with my feet. I'm not showing up for that parade.
I'm not kissing the ring.
Oh, that's where you draw the line.
Either one of them.
Jim draws the line at kissing the ring. I'd say it's kissing something else, but there you go. Signing out for now. Bye-bye.